let's talk. So, welcome. I know videos have been kind of spread out because there definitely haven't been videos I really wanted to make for the most part. And I've gotten a little discouraged a whole lot more recently, especially with certain things. I'm not recording what I really want to record, or, I'm battling certain things like this car. But we'll jump right into it. Why no Mustang content? The last Mustang, my opinion, Mustang video was when we modified the radiator, which was over a year ago. And pretty much ever since that day or that moment in time, the Mustang has, given me issues. And it's not issues of it not running, it can't drive, because it has been driving as much as I'm allowed to drive it. After the transmission installed that video, after that video was, posted or whatever, throughout from the time I recorded that, which was somewhere in November, December, from that to this point, this thing has only driven about maybe 500 to 600 miles. Like, I recently just got the clutch broken in, simply due to the fact that I can't drive it often as I would like to because of the emissions. And we currently have a lead going. The current code that's throwing out is an air-fuel imbalance. But the fact is, it was just always something after something after something after something. And I'm not made of money. I work a 9 to 5 just like most of y'all out there. And I don't really, especially with the way how everything goes, I've probably spent more than, to be transparent, $3,000+ trying to figure this whole thing out since it started last year. New catalytic converter and a couple other things. Changes that I didn't really want to make because it was money I wanted to pour into something else. Which leads me into my point with this car. Like I said, YouTube doesn't pay me anything. This is for the love of the game, as they say. And when I look at stuff and, you see people do, oh, here's my new full bolt-on headers, intake, E85, yada, 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 sort of. I really want people to believe that that's like almost $45,000 or $4,500, depending on what they're doing, depending on the headers and whatnot. And if you've seen anything with my channel, I don't like throwing cheap stuff on, period. Because in the end, it'll just cost you more money along the way. Either you're not going to like it, or you'll just have to replace it along the way, which will cost more time and more money. And, no, I don't want to do that. I'm very picky when it comes to the cars I'm building. So that's pretty much what's going on with that. And I have a lead. I got something planned, once I'm able to do stuff with it. But that didn't really stop me from recording. I recorded probably 6 other videos outside of this, but they weren't really videos I truly wanted to make. I really wanted to make it about building this up and racing with it, because that's not content that I wanted. Not just the fact that it was content that I wanted to make and edit and do, but it's also something that who wants to see one dude and his friends, BS, existentially. But I've been proven wrong in some of the videos. Some of the videos have done really well for the thought process and what they were. And you may realize that I'm not outside. I'm in a garage. Well, I am in a garage. So, videos coming on that soon. But I really wanted to make a video updating everyone what was kind of going on. I know I don't have a lot of people who comment, and I try to respond to those who do comment and whatnot. So, but for me, before I start throwing a whole bunch of information out there or a whole bunch of videos out there, I just wanted some clarity, I guess, on, well, where have I been? Once I'm able to get this fixed, then we can truly start moving on with the vision that I have for this car, because she needs it. A twin disc finally broken in, a built transmission broken in. We can start going out and actually start making videos and all that. I'm sorry if y'all don't like talking episodes. This is definitely going to be one of them. But y'all have a lot of interesting videos to see coming soon. Not just me repairing an alternator, which clearly did not do very well. But yeah, yes, you have some things coming forward that, may not revolve around this car. But the second it is done, y'all have a lot to look forward to. So, other than that, there's not really a whole lot that I can do because my hands are tied. But one thing that, kind of scares me sometimes is you see people going out and doing full bolt-on builds, and be realistic, those cost like $4,500. And $4,500 where I'm currently at, that's a lot of money that to an extent could be put to use somewhere else. That, not just for the fact that, that's $4,500 to put into this channel, into this vehicle. That's great and lovely, but I'm trying to move up, and I don't know if I can put all that into a vehicle like that in this case, which is why I've kind of just moved away from it, for the fact that I don't know how much more I have to put into it. I have something else I'm going to try, and hopefully it works. And if it doesn't, then we're going to scrap it. And we're just going to throw headers, intake manifold. We're just going to throw it all in there. But that stuff takes time. So that's one thing. And when it happens, it happens. And until then, we're going to just do other stuff. Hopefully other stuff that can I can enjoy too. Stuff that not just only I can enjoy, but stuff that you guys will enjoy watching. As you know, or if you are new to the channel, hi, welcome. This currently in my fleet, I have this 2011 Mustang GT and a 1999 4Runner that we are currently restoring and kind of doing a mixture between a daily and an overland build. And the 4Runner, I'm really liking a lot. I've made a lot of videos with that so far. So it's been grateful in a way to give me something to do to distract me from this car and all of its issues. But one thing I am looking for, I think 2 years ago, I don't remember. I posted a video talking about adding more cars to the channel. That was the plan, but you know how stuff happens. I'm honestly thinking about a 350Z. I want to do track stuff with it. Like, I don't care about emissions. I don't care about driving on the street. I really want to do track stuff with it, like a budget track build or a dedicated track build. I don't want it to sound like a racer, though. I can't stand trombones. I didn't even like them as an instrument, let alone in a car. So that's something. But that'll be further down the line. I'd say one thing for everything that I would personally need, especially once this car is good, is I would like a truck of my own. The 4Runner can do certain things, but that thing has a lot of miles, like over 750,000 miles. And I just don't want it to, blow up. Because as fun as that vehicle is and all that, I still have to keep in mind that this is a very old vehicle. More on that. My 5 likes and dislikes about the thing. But I don't really have much else. I really just want to get on here and express my thoughts on what's been going on, why I've been a little sluggish lately. Mainly just I was unhappy with myself and the stuff that I'm putting out because it's not stuff that I wanted to put out. You know, I'm not, but I have to remind myself, and other people have to remind me, people close to me have to remind me that I'm not Gears and Gasoline where I have multiple people, the best lighting, and, well, and all that. You know, I'm not, it's just a six where I have a little bit more income at my disposal to just do a whole bunch of stuff all at once. But honestly, with everything that's happened with this car, I used to, I don't know, I'm gonna nerd out for a bit, but a few years ago when It's Just a Six he did a twin turbo kit, he did a TR6060, all that. He did that as like a phase 2, phase 3, whatever. AMS controller, boost controller. But then all of a sudden, once it truly stopped working, he just swapped over to, got a new transmission, new engine, new ECU. And at the time, it was very perplexing to me because, like, why would you do that? Well, at least the transmission part. You know, I can understand the transmission and everything else, but why the transmission? I mean, I can understand the engine and everything, but why the transmission? But now, after seeing it, and, you know, after dealing with this car to where it's like you tried everything that you could and its current configuration to the point where it's like, I'm done. I'm done trying to solve this. I'm done trying to figure this out. I'm just going to yank everything out and start fresh. Well, as fresh as one could be. You know? And I completely agree with that. You know, this with all of it's stock as hell. Like, I have 2 cats, 2 big mufflers, a resonator. This thing is quiet as you can make it. Probably quieter than stock, honestly. And these cats ain't doing anything for me. You know? So yeah, I completely understand ripping it out and just saying, screw it. But all that being said, we are going to move forward. I am going to start posting more often. I'm actually going to start really trying to post, you know, an actual schedule, Mondays and Fridays or something like that. Because I have a lot of stuff that I need to film. Not film, edit. I have a lot of stuff to give y'all. But if you truly, I'm thinking of ways to, you know, that y'all can support me and support this, these builds and this channel. If y'all are really interested, give a like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. And with that, thank you guys for watching in this little rant. And I'll see you in the next one.